Thank you. My name is Lucius Aurunculeus Cotta. Yes, as I know you're all thinking, I am the Cotta. You may know me from the internationally acclaimed bestseller De Bello Gallico, or you may remember my gallant actions in Gaul, which, tragically, led to my death. But I don't like to rest on my laurels. Today, I will be talking to you about leadership and the important ability to be able to lead together with someone else. With me, I have brought my colleague, Quintus Titurius Sabinus, who you may remember as the gullible idiot who got us killed. Please welcome Sabinus, everybody.
Salute, omnes. Thank you for that introduction, Cotta. I always find your version of history very interesting. Just because no one ever listened to you does not mean that you get to say you were right. And that brings me to the first point of the evening, commanding respect. Any good leader has the ability to inspire people and to move people to action. When working in a partnership, that is still true. Both leaders must be respected and listened to. Some of us are better at this than others.
But along with charisma, you also have to have the brains to cope with an idea worth listening to. This is what a partnership is for. We all have our roles to play. One person comes up with the good ideas, and the other person pitches it to the masses and does not come up with his own harebrained schemes when he knows what he should really be doing. Problems arise when partners don't respect each other's roles.
However, sometimes roles are meant to be broken out of when the idea person can't think of anything beyond the walls of his own camp. So let's get down to business. When should roles be filled? When should they be broken? How do we know when to do that? Do we know? Do we know anything? What is the meaning of life? We will answer all that and more next.
Now, let's get to know us a little bit. Well, obviously you know who we are. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be sacrificing your valuable, eternal death to come and listen to us talk. But who are we really? Many years ago, Sabinus and I were young soldiers, recently graduated. Class of 60 BC! I devoted my time to reading the works of Homer, Herodotus, Cicero, intellectual operations. You see.
Nerd. I, on the other hand, excelled in discus and wrestling and running. I was a passionate spectator of gladiatorial games. Anywho, we moved up the ranks pretty fast. Before long, we were lieutenants. We were the best lieutenants. We were under the direct command of Caesar himself. He assigned us a camp for the winter among the Eburones people, a barbaric race whose savagery we learned only too well.
It was on this fateful assignment that we were faced with an impossible choice. Several of our underlings had come to us to tell us that Ambiorix, that cad who had connived and convened and convinced our fellow Romans that he was only there to help, who had the gall to brutally attack Roman soldiers, had come to us on his knees to tell us that all Gaul was up in arms against us and our only chance was to leave immediately. Stop. We had to make the crucial decision to stay or to go, to listen to the enemy or to trust in our own strength and courage and fortitude. To eat humble pie or victory cake? To eat a cow or a goat for dinner? Really, the choices were endless. Remember that. As a leader, whether in a partnership or alone, you will always have to make choices.
Okay, getting back on track. Cotta and I disagreed on the correct way to proceed. I came to the perfectly reasonable conclusion that Ambiorix wouldn't have the courage to make a claim not grounded in, some truth. Cotta, on the other hand, believed that we should obediently wait for Caesar to come and tell us what to do and when to do it, and just ignore the enemy's claims, doubting, perhaps, that a Roman soldier could prevail against every single odds that he came up against. But we can't!
And may I remind you that I was right? I mean, we all remember how Caesar singled me out for praise in the smash hit De Bello Gallico?
You cannot say that you were right. We didn't test out your idea, and so we don't know if it would have worked.
But we didn't get to try my idea because we were all dead. Because of your idea.
Which brings us to our second point. If, when leading together, you disagree, test out both ideas in a small scale. Carve some little Gallic and Roman soldiers out of a pilum and see what happens when the spirit of the gods enters them and they battle with all might. Each side can summon.
Yeah, that's a stupid idea. If you disagree, listen to the smart one, not the dumb jock who would charge an elephant if Hannibal was on it.
Except sometimes jocks break boundaries, Cotta. Huh?
Moving on. If you want to lead together effectively, you need to have a plan. You need to know exactly who will say what and when, and don't just let a conversation devolve into random bickering. Hands at your sides. Lead together. That doesn't just mean walking next to each other. You must lead your ideas together and make a plan.
Effectively merge with traffic.
Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and I merged them back together again. And that's made all the difference.
Well, that's it for us, folks. Great talking to you. Remember, command respect. Set up models. Merge, merge, merge.
Okay, no. It's command respect, listen to the smart one, and merge, merge, merge.
No, it's...
Thank you for that, Sabinus and Cotta. We now have an excellent idea of what works, and more importantly, doesn't work. All of this is on tape!
Damn it.
Come on out, Cotta.
I'm Sabinus.
At your graduation, I'm just gonna show all of this.